Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Lidiya. And a little bit of a background. I always wanted to be an artist and to travel the world, but it didn't happen. In the beginning of my life, I graduated actually computer science because they didn't accept me in art school, and there was no art school in my hometown as well. So then I got a little bit depressed after 4 years of not drawing, and I started traveling. So I began with my first dream to travel. So I traveled around the world just out of curiosity or to find a better place to live. I didn't find any better place to live, so I got back here. And no. So then when I got back here, I got back to art because my background was like more than 10 years in working as a designer, as a graphic editor, whatsoever for companies abroad, and was nothing really satisfying for me. So I decided to get back here and to do the art. So. So it's art as a way out, and at the moment I graduated Mural Arts, and I'm doing master degree in art therapy at the moment, but I'm not going to talk exactly for art therapy. Oh my God, I'm not really into the talking. I'm more in the making things. Anyway, okay. First, I want to clarify when art does not have the therapeutic effect, when it's just like regular job. When you do artistic job, as I did as a graphic designer, but you're still doing art on demand. You have clients, you have requirements, you have product, you need to present it in a certain way. You are commissioned. It's not really a collaboration. It didn't feel like that in this field, at least. So it's sort of giving your creative energy for somebody else's ideas, products, or whatever, and you're just having your paycheck there. So it was really exhausting at the end. Other things that could be hurtful for creativity and artists, which want to be more free and to go with the flow, is to make art that's not part of your ethical values. I did had some orders like that, to create art that just serves interests, or the worst, copying somebody else's work. There are such commissions. People come with you, show you Pinterest image. I want this painted for a painting, you know. And I was like, okay, just find the original artist, you know. It's not it's harmful, and it's insulting for artists. The picture, it's a picture that shows the freedom to look at the world in a different way. So the art can be therapeutic and can be sincere when you have the freedom of expectations of the final product. It's not really like, it's not that you don't care for it, but you don't have like two narrow frames. You maybe have a wide frame. You can have a topic or you have an inspiration, but just like a little bit more freedom. At the moment, very new thing actually for our time is the stress on the act of creating. The act of creating was very neglected long time in the process of making things. It was very important, the end result, but at the moment the end result, we can have it very quick with technologies. As you know, you have idea, you click a button, you have the result. So at the moment people are lacking the process of the creating, the experience, the play. The self-reflection through art is kind of therapeutic. Creating as a result of inner impulse, as something that doesn't come from the mind, but more from your feelings, more from your experience, more from your state at the moment, something you want to express as self-expression, and freedom to be honest with your art, to speak to people from your heart, not from what they want to hear, what you want to say to them, and to have a dialogue with them directly as a human beings. So, every child is an artist, and every artist is still a little bit of a child. Because to create art, it takes to experiment. I mean, I was asking my teacher when I was struggling in front of the canvas, I want to know what I'm doing there. And he said, the moment you start to know what you're doing there, you stop being an artist, you know. You become a craftsperson. Children can see the surroundings in an unusual way. You know, a table can be a house for them. And more we grow up, more fixed ideas we have for the world. And we stop seeing and be able to make different connections between things. We start seeing things in a certain way, and we fix them, and we forgot to find different ways to do things. Being spontaneous, and so on. See, the toys just change. You know, you play with mud, like, this is me making mosaic here. There is with my first sculpture. No, actually, my first sculpture was mud cake when I was a child. Anyway, so I'm just talking about making art as, physical art, not like being performer or singer. That's great. Other ways of expression, but for me, the importance of touch is very, very base human need, because everything starts with touch. The first experience of the world is through our skin. It's even not through our, next senses, sight, ears, they come later. So we still need to touch things, and that makes us feel very secure to work with our hands. And at the moment, with the digital world, we are stopped doing that, basically. Well, for more than 10 years, I was touching only keyboard and trying to create things with touching keyboard, and then you're just having, at some point, you cannot have the satisfaction of your creation because you cannot touch it, you cannot smell it, it's not really real there. It's just like visualization, okay, of idea, but then you forgot, you have this dissonance of your body and what you see. It's just image that we forgot we tend to forget very fast, the images, when there is lack of other experience to it. Yeah, give us this experience. Yeah, I said it. So here is some of the workshops I make with people, where you can see a lot of touching is going on. Also, okay, creativity as a way of being. Oh, that's my struggle with painting there. I really wanted to be able to paint realistically. And it took me a lot of effort, like, developing as, it overcomes, it's overcoming a fear of people have big demands to themselves, They sometimes don't want to do something because they fear they're not good about it. So I was really afraid that I'm not good in drawing, because I started late again after 30. And I didn't do it for so long, and I was like, oh my God, I'm 30 and I still cannot draw. I have to be perfect on that age. Like, I have teachers younger than me, So it was a big fight, it was a struggle. I wanted to be realistic, I wanted to be like that and whatever. And then all of a sudden that got boring. I wanted to experiment. So people need to, to keep their, what they're doing in life interesting for them somehow. That's what, somehow making experiments by doing art and be free there can give you the bravery to experiment in your life and be free more there. Not to be so perfect in everything. Sometimes imperfections, they have much more energy, much more interesting things are going on. It also, art teaches you to let out the control. That was the very controlled painting there, me struggling with layers. And the moment you let the control, you gain the more control also in your life. You go with the flow. And then something surprising happens for you as well. You cannot surprise yourself by knowing what you're doing exactly all the time. Here are some other experiments. These are sculptures that we needed to cut their heads at the end. These are my failed drawings there, recreated as collage, and this is painting with just charcoal and curcuma, because I didn't have paints. I mean, people should find different ways to do things. Well, also working with hands and making art particularly gives people some sort of self-esteem, because you leave a physical mark in the world. And it's very lasting mark. We can make things small or big, doesn't matter. And we can, it's just like boosting self-esteem, which is very important for some people, for me as well. This is for Lunar, what we made, and different things in different places. Art can, art, this is important thing. When you do art for the sake of doing art, you can connect with your subconscious. It's really a map to understand yourself better. The images we can create are like really the image of our unknown ideas in the subconscious, and we can give them shapes. We can understand better our feelings, we can reflect, and we can put and have some sort of control to our situation that we cannot otherwise observe on ourselves sometimes. We can more learn to trust our intuition also by doing it. What happened? Okay. We can, this is work with old photographies, recreating them. It's kind of working with a family tree sort of history. So yeah, there are things that can come out of us that we may not expect. Also, art is communication. It's a bit strange communication, because it can go through time. What we intended to do with our work can be understood totally different by the viewer, but that's okay. That's the dialogue there. And this dialogue can continue through time. Paintings from authors that are not anymore alive still impact us in certain ways. That's you can make an image of ideas. That was exhibition for the environment situation I made. So some people come see it. You talk with them directly. Or this is a center for problematic children, and I won a contest to make the murals inside, and this is way to communicate with these children, to show them by symbolic ways that there is like a place where they can be taken care of, by these colors and symbols, so on. This is another project I was participating. It's like Rural Murals project, and we wanted to people pay attention to houses that were abandoned, with like making art in them and then presenting it in some exhibitions. And art can connect people. Well, art activities are very fun, and even if people have art professions, it's still very good to them to loosen a little bit by just having fun. This is people from one company together making cyanotypia and having this project themselves, together. People can draw together, making one common thing. And also they can even be the art themselves at the end. So, okay, that's from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lidiya.